Hi, my name is Jeff, and today I'm going to talk about bed mobility, and more specifically, how to easily get out of bed. No matter what kind of condition you have or whatever, general tips on how to get out of bed. So the first thing you want to consider when you're getting out of bed is the setup around you in your environment. So do you have room? For example, where I'm at, I have room both to get up on the left and on the right side. However, on my right side towards the window, I could probably get out of bed this way towards this side, but I'll be blocked by a lot of objects. So it may be better to get out towards this direction, towards my left, because there's more open space and there's more room over here. So with that in mind, it may benefit you in the long term to maybe rearrange the direction and orientation or even the location of your bed to facilitate getting out of bed easier, keeping in mind which side it may be for you to get out of bed. For example, with stroke, when people suffer from stroke and they try to get out of bed afterwards, they generally have one side that they're stronger in, such as their left side, they're stronger to go towards, or vice versa, they may be affected, and then the other side, they may be the right side where they have more strength. So, for example, it may benefit me to rearrange the bed so that I can get out of bed easier towards my right side if it's easier for me to flip and turn myself towards my right side and vice versa. Hope this makes sense. But let's assume that I'm going to get out of bed towards this side, towards the camera, my left. So if I were to have, for example, a stroke in which I have more weakness on my left, then if I was laying down, it would be much more difficult for me to turn towards my right because I have more weakness on my left. So I would have more difficulty like reaching over and grabbing things and turning my torso or even moving my leg because this side is weaker. However, I have more strength on my right side because with stroke typically you have one side that's stronger than the other. Even for those who have had multiple strokes, they generally have one side that is stronger than the other. So use that to your advantage. So let's assume that my right side is working in stronger and my left side is more asleep, so to speak. So it's not working as much. So the size of the bed also determines how easy it is or more difficult it is to get out of bed. If I was in like a large king size bed, then it'd be more difficult to get out of bed because there's more room. However, if I was on the edge of the bed, then that makes it much more easier than if I was in the center. So let's assume I'm just on the wrong side of the bed. How would I get over to this side? Well, with this side not working as well and it's more asleep, what you can do is use your right side to your advantage. And one thing you can do is you can bridge your body. And bridging means bringing your foot and your heel closer to your bottom and then lifting off so that your bottom is making a bridge. And there's a gap underneath my bottom, basically. And what I can do is I can bridge and kind of scoot myself over and kind of use it to kick off. And all the while I'm using the right side of my arm to kind of push myself off to the left side. Another thing I can do while I am bridging is I can bridge and also use my left side of my body simultaneously to pull. So here I have a bed, I can just pull myself and kind of just come closer to the edge. So that's one way you can do it. Personally, if this was like my bed, I would just try and sleep closer to the side of the bed so that I don't have to do all this work back and forth. The best way to get out of bed is to use something strong to turn towards and pull towards. So what I would do is first try and turn my body in the first place. So if I have something like this right here, I can use this nightstand to pull myself and turn, and you notice that the rest of my body follows. So I'll do that again. I'll turn with my neck and then pull here, reach over, pull, and then the rest of my body can follow. And of course I can use my leg as well to bring myself into a side lying position. And from here, you want to use gravity to your advantage. because my bed is elevated and off the ground, right? So even for those who have really low beds, you're going to be somewhat off the ground, so you can use gravity still to your advantage. So what you want to do is use your stronger leg to kind of push your other leg off to the edge, and then have the other leg follow. So now gravity is kind of pulling my legs down already, and I'm kind of, because my legs have some weight and gravity pulling on it, because it's no longer making contact with the bed, I'm naturally going to want to kind of get out of bed, like, due to physics. And from here, I can even go even further off. So see, I'm almost falling out of bed. And from here, what I can do is use this nice, strong, sturdy nightstand. If I didn't have this, I can still use the mattress as well, and just use it to push off into a sitting position. So I'm going to simultaneously try and sit up while using my trunk, while using my arm to push off. So one, and it helps to bring your pushing hand closer to you. So if it was up here, you wouldn't have as much strength because it's further away. Whereas if you have it really close to you, like almost down here, you can try this for yourself and you'll see it's much easier. So 1, 2, 3, and here we go. I'll do this again, and I will narrate the steps. So here I am starting my bridge using the stronger side. Of course, if you have both legs working strength, you can use both at the same time. Notice I'm using the right side of my elbow to also push off simultaneously. Here I am turning and using my left arm to pull. Remember, you can also use your right leg if that's your stronger side to initiate a turn. Here I lower my legs. I can use my right leg to push my left off, and I use my strong arm to push off the surface of the bed. And here I'm going to do it again. This time notice how close my right arm is to my hip. Much easier that way. And you can also do multiple pushes too. You don't have to do it all in one go. You can do it in little mini steps to push off the bed. Hope this helps.